Hello, my lovely mystical starlights. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, MysticalMar. For those of you guys who do not know me, hello, hi, I'm Maria. Welcome to my channel. And hello to those of you guys who have recently subscribed, as well as those of you guys who have been with me since the very beginning. I'm very grateful, thankful, and blessed to be able to channel and to connect with you all here once more today within this new moon MysticalMar Monday collective message reading. So this is on the new moon that we actually had yesterday, March the 10th of 2024. However, these energies are going to be protruding into this week of March of the 11th and then so forth, going into probably more than likely the end of this month. We also have a lunar eclipse coming up on the 24th as well. I already have pre-channeled some messages in regards to that lunar eclipse, and I will probably channel some more. So stay tuned for that. It will be another collective message. The overall energy for this particular new moon collective message is going to be on feminines within your life. Now, it doesn't matter what type of gender here or whatever these feminines identify as, but I am picking up feminine energy around you that have been in some sort of competition with you, have been throwing jealousy your way or hate your way when you've literally just been trying to stay in your own lane. I am picking up here that a lot of you guys have just been trying to build and progress in ways that feel best to you, and you could have established boundaries when it comes to certain of these feminine energies around you, and they may be taking it personally, or they could be trying to act like you are appearing in a way that you are not, but you truly are. I am picking up here a lot of you guys that are listening to this are elevating, you're growing at this time, and I am picking up here that they could say whatever, do whatever, but you're still going to be leveling up. So let them chitter chatter, keep on doing you. Here is what I'm picking up from spirit. A lot of these channeled messages that we're about to get into came from the dream state that I was picking up in regards to the collective, and it's just coming from my clairvoyant abilities as well. I have not channeled the messages through the cards, so I am going to be reading off my notes because I have written a lot of the channeled messages on my notes here. Also, you guys, I am open for personal readings at this time. I have trolls like ever so once in a while that like to comment that I like to promote myself. They put on there like so much promo or something like that. Like, yes, of course I am going to promote my psychic services. This is a psychic business channel. I also have my psychic platforms on Twitter or on X, on Instagram, on TikTok. I am going to be promoting my services because this is my business and this is my channel. So if you have a problem with that, then you can click off, buzz off. But yeah, I just wanted to state that. So for those of you guys who are wanting to book a personal reading with me, all you have to do is send me an email. My email is within the description box. Once you send me an email, I will send you my services, prices, policies, and disclaimers for your review. Once you read all that over, send me an email back on what it is that you would like to book. And once you send me that email, I will assign you a booked reading date, and you will receive your reading anywhere from your booked reading date going into 7 days after, not including weekends or holidays. So do keep this in mind. But yeah, I mean, if I was really trying to promote myself in a way that was like invasive to the collective that listens to me, I would be taking the time out of my day to annoyingly message you guys. Oh, here are my services. Let me know if you want to book with me. Like, it's not like I'm taking my time out to individualistically find every single one of you that watch me. I don't message people. Actually, people that message others for psychic services are usually scammers. I've had a lot of people trying to scam me. So maybe I'm bringing this up as well. If you guys do see my name pop up in your messages and I am, sending you, or I'm like talking to you about my services and I'm calling you like madame or something like that, that's not me. I will never personally reach out to you for any type of reading. You have to reach out to me first, and then I will get you booked in. But anyways, let's go ahead and venture away from that type of energy, that trolling energy, and let's get into these messages here. So I am going to be again reading off of my notes. I might stumble upon my words here and there just because I am reading off of the sentences here. I won't remember all of these channel messages because it's too much detailings to remember. So that is as to why I wrote it down or I typed it out. And I'm also picking up here, before we even get into these, there is a lot of planets that were currently in, or that we were in a couple days ago, in the planets of Pisces and Aquarius. So a lot of you guys could be feeling a little bit spaced out. A lot of you guys could be feeling up in the air. There could be temptations of indulgences at this time. So be careful of toxicity around you. Be careful of addictive tendencies or traits. This is a good time to let go of stagnant energy within you by listening to music and dancing it out, dancing that stagnant energy out. Some of you guys may be also experiencing back pains or pains within the body. That could just be your body letting you know that it is time to rest or to take things more easy. This is a good time to do like exercises that are more light, like walking, stretching, things of that nature, so that you don't overstrain yourself, is what I'm picking up. Also, pay attention to your dream state with all of the Piscean energy that is coming up. Make sure that you are paying attention to your dream state, as your dream state is going to be very relevant to what it is that is going on emotionally within your waking life. So do pay attention to your dreams. Let's go ahead and get into the messages. I'm also getting here, some of you guys may be feeling like a little cranky, a little bit tired. I really do feel like it is the lunar eclipse coming out. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a Mercury retrograde coming up as well. There's just a lot going on planetary wise. So be patient with yourself and try your very best to be patient with others. Let's go ahead and get into the channeled messages. So I put the channeled messages that we are about to go over have to do with different feminine energies surrounding you that have been trying to delay you from choosing yourself. These feminines in different scenarios and storylines have been trying to highlight you as someone that you are not, just to fit the narrative on how they are seeing your particular successes. Because some of you guys here, whether you're realizing it or not, you are building upon your successes at this time. I see that you're really just trying to focus on being a better person for yourself. And I see you really putting love and ambition into what you're passionate about. And because you've taken energy and attention from these feminines, some of them are now spewing hate. Others of them are spying on you, sending you the evil eye. And some of them are unaware of the way in which they've made you feel by abandoning you when you needing them the most. Some of you guys, it hasn't been an easy journey in terms of building upon your successes. And of course, you know, these feminines also have their own lives to attend to, maybe their own family lines to attend to, children. Of course, those individuals are going to come first, more than likely within those feminines' lives. But there is this energy of them giving other people their time, their energy, their effort, their attention, and them not making leeway in considering your feelings or in them being there for you. And I just put that you guys could be reflecting to them what it is that they may need to heal at this time. There could also be a lot of inner childhood trauma that is coming up from these feminines that you are showing them in some sort of sense or way. Like the way in which you are reacting to the way in which they've been treating you is reflecting back to them what it is that they can need to heal in terms of their inner childhood wounds. So I put these feminines are living for themselves, so why can't you? It's like there's like this persecuting energy that some of these feminines are sending you because you're living for yourself, because you're choosing yourself this time around, when they've been choosing themselves and what it is that they want to build upon within their own lives this whole time. So why can't you? I put some of them have started their own families, and others of them have been so drawn into their own life happenings that they're now starting to match the energy, or that you're now starting to match their energy by doing the same. I put they see it as you being selfish, or they see it as you wanting to be better, when in reality you're just focused on your growth while staying in your own lane. I put these messages, by the way, will resonate some way, somehow, even if yourself doesn't identify as a feminine energy. So you don't have to identify as a feminine energy here, or you may, it doesn't really matter. But these are definitely in regards to particular feminines around you, again, no matter what gender. So let's get into the first energies that I was picking up in relation to these feminines here. So I put there are two feminine energies around that are related to each other. For most, these are two sisters. For others, these could be like two close cousins. These could be like relations through family, like sister-in-laws. I put strong earth energy, whether you have earth placements that are listening to this in your chart, or these feminines have earth placements. I put both of these feminines could be in higher levels of commitments, but they could be going through shifts and changes financially. It's not necessarily that they are struggling financially. They could just be going through some sort of level up financially. And I am picking up here that I could be a little bit hard on them at this current moment in time. And I'm also picking up here that these feminines have, they've come a long way in terms of their finances. I don't feel like you, the viewer that's listening to this, is, wanting to knock down these feminines because of their financial level up. I feel like you've acknowledged, how much time and energy and effort that they put into these level ups that they've been going through here. And I feel like all it is that you want is for them to acknowledge, what it is that you're trying to put in when it comes to your own level up financially. But instead, I'm picking up here, they're making you feel some type of way about yourself for choosing yourself or focusing on leveling up here. So I put, you can most definitely be more fond of one of these feminine energies more than the other, and they both could be different from each other. So both of these feminines, even though they could be connected, they may be quite different from each other, and you may be closer to one than the other. I see that both of these feminine energies have been talking smack behind your back, and for some time, I'm getting about like a year now. So these feminine energies could have literally been talking about you from a year back from when you are listening to this. I'm also picking up that at a given point, you were trying to rebuild or reconnect at the very least with one of these feminine energies. Maybe even some of you showed up for them when it came to some sort of monumental events, or maybe you showed up for the both of them. And I put, and the last time you had been connecting with them, they could have been going through something nerve-wracking legally that they were confiding in you about, and all you did was give one of these feminines reassurance. I put, you never judged this person or put them down or tried to appear more mighty because of whatever they were going through. You were simply there for them. For some, you could have family ties yourself to these feminines, or you could feel as if they're family. For some, you've grown up with these feminines. I'm picking up here that some of you guys have known these feminines for quite some time. So these aren't just like strangers. I see for some, both of these feminines may be at a physical distance. For some, they could have relocated, they could have moved. I see that these feminines, or you could have, I see that these feminines have been talking about you getting into multiple avenues of creativity. Some of you have been learning new skills and talents, and for some, at least one of these feminines energies has been too, but for some reason they're focused on hating on what it is that you're expanding in with this other feminine that they are close and related to. I see that these feminines may be upset that you have protection over your creations and that you grow, blossom, and bloom in a way in which you cannot be stopped. These feminines can also be upset that you're connected to nature or that you're very down to earth despite you having accolades and success. So you're somebody that is very humble. My viewers that are listening to this, you are somebody that is very humble when it comes to your successes here. You don't brag, you don't gloat. It says, even though you are, or I put, even though you are someone that has some sort of status, whether it's amongst your community or globally, you still remain humble. I see that these feminine energies also could be trying to say that you're fake because you like to keep up with your appearance, and yet you are still in tune to spirituality or religion. So they could be trying to say that because you are somebody that is well kept, or that you like to invest in your appearance, that you don't go hand in hand with the spiritual or religious practices that you are speaking about or putting out online or in the community, whatever the case may be. I put, for some reason, they believe that you can't mix good looks and spiritual or religious beliefs and intelligence all together. Maybe because they have a hard time in doing so, or they have a hard time in doing so because of the judgments of others, but you don't. I see that some of you may also be an herbalist, or you're just about nature around you, and you can find beauty in the trees, the flowers, in the moon, in the sky at night. And some of you may infuse that even into your style. It could be your wardrobe. It could be certain things, certain fragrances, sprays. I see that these feminines, since around spring of last year for some, it's going to be considered a different season depending on where you live. But for a lot of you guys, this has been going on since spring of last year, because I have some people that listen to me from Australia. Springtime is not, the same spring as here. But I put, some of these feminines have been sending you the evil eye since spring of last year. I am picking up here, they could have been definitely sending you the eye when it comes to your nails, your culture, your physical body. Even if you and these feminines have similar body types or physiques, have similar homes, and they've been sending you the eye when it comes to anything that you are creating or trying to grow in. You may have been experiencing broken or cracked nails out of nowhere, weight gain, issues in terms of reproductive health, body dysmorphia. You may have been experiencing dizziness when it comes to your crown chakra, or you could have been just feeling like disoriented when it comes to your thought processes, and you may have been experiencing delays in your financial projects as well. There could even be a family relation to you that may know of this feminine duo, but is not related to this feminine duo that could have been also sending you similar psychic attacks. These feminines may be upset that you go outside and that you take the time to get some fresh air. Some of you guys, you could still be homebodies, but you allow yourself to roam ever so once in a while, is what I'm picking up. They may be upset that you have certain freedoms that they do not. They also may be upset that you live near or are close to your family relations and they are not. And for some, they may know that even if you could have gone through and may still be going through painful, emotional, physical, or mental abuse at given points within your family dynamic, they still feel as if you don't have any real life problems. But what these feminines fail to realize is that each of you have your own pathways of growth. Your pathways will look different in ways, in the way in which you guys all level up. So in the ways in which these feminines level up and you level up. I see that some of you have been very selfless to these feminines, giving to them perhaps materially or financially in the past, or even have given your time to celebrate these feminines when it comes to big milestones in their life. And I see that you still want to give to them, but you're feeling as if something is off or not quite right now that all of this has occurred, or now that all of this energetic shift has, taken place here. But for some, these feminine energies are upset that you may experience growth and success in an authentic way. And for some, they're upset that you focus on body health regimens or routines or even modifications in an organic way. So for some of these feminines, they really have a problem with your physical appearance and your health regimens and routines. But for some, these people are jealous of the exterior, even of your home. Like even they're jealous of your home here is what I'm picking up here. But I see that these feminines talk about you behind your back because they know that if they were to talk all this smack about you to your face, that you would tear them to shreds with your words. And I'm picking up here that these feminines could have already, said snood remarks here and there, and you were the one that was a bigger person and you either turned your back, you walked away, or you just didn't add fuel to the fire. But I also see that if you were to retaliate back at something nasty or rude towards these feminines that gang up together, or I'm picking up here that if you were to retaliate back at something or with something nasty or rude towards these feminines, that they would gang up together on you, or they would make it seem like you're the one who's being a bitch when they were the ones instigating everything. But it's best to keep your back turned to these individuals because I see that you're about to be climbing the ladders of success even higher upcoming. I also am picking up that for some of you who have a business, your business is going to level up, and I see that these feminines are going to have to watch your level up of successes while your back is turned to them. I also am picking up that instead of helping you grow and build like true friends, would these feminines instead were talking shit and cackling in the background. They're going to try to switch the narrative like they weren't bringing down your character, and will try to make you seem as if you're rude or that you think you're above. But in reality, I basically see you telling these people to kiss your ass while you continue to do you. These feminines have been hating, and something is about to come full circle in regards to them. These feminines may have also tried to get other communities around that they associate with in, which they also brought you into, just to outcast you, and you've been feeling it at social events or lack of thereof, or lack of invites at these social events. I don't even feel like you care about being invited, by the way, but you've been peeping certain things when it comes to invitations or weird energy when it comes to invitations or events. I see that their main intention was to embarrass you or to make you feel embarrassed. But in reality, they're the ones who are going to feel this way as you're only leveling up and up. I see that these feminines no longer have power to stop your growth. You and your creations are protected at this time. When the trees around you start to bear fruit, so will you, or it could be flowers even. This is your confirmation that if you've been feeling to hold back communication of your material items and energy from these feminines, this is your sign to do so, especially if you've been seeing 1222, 222, 1223, or 1232. All right, let's get into another channeled message. This week of the new moon, you guys may be called to continue to pursue something that is considered to be out of your comfort zone. This is something that you're passionate in, but you may not have that much experience in when it comes to in-person experience, as some of you guys may have been working on whatever this is that I'm picking up for you online. You may have already gotten a little taste in regards to whatever this may be, and you also may not be as experienced as others. But Spirit is saying it doesn't hurt to continue forth. Winners don't win unless they continue to get back up from the L's that they take. I see that whatever this is will help you build character, and it will help you step out of your comfort zone, go big, and then go home and relax, or stay home and stay stagnant. I'm also getting, if you are traveling, it may be best to get to the task at hand once you arrive and go back home right after. I wouldn't waste too much time in a given place out of town if it's this week following after the new moon. This may require you to travel or just to step outside your house for some. Doesn't have to be anywhere far. I see that whatever this is will help you expand your social horizons, and it'll help you elevate in terms of networking. Swans, butterflies, and pigeon doves may be relevant to these channeled messages. I'm also getting like the wind, or certain blinds, hitting the window when you have it open, when the wind is hitting the window. Here's what I'm picking up, or when the wind's making the blinds at the window. You get what I'm saying? Let's see if there's anything else. I put Spirit is also letting you know that if you take a chance on whatever this is, hold on, because it went up my notes. Give me 1 second. All right, getting back into the message here. As I was saying, Spirit is also letting you know that if you take a chance on whatever this is and it doesn't work out for you, or you become sad, that's okay, because some things aren't meant for your path, but more so to aid you on your continual growth within whatever pathway this is. So do not be discouraged. You're transforming beautifully and gracefully, like the insect animal totems I was just speaking upon for these channeled messages. So a lot of you guys should be looking up the spirit totem of the swan, butterfly, pigeon, dove. I'm also picking up here hummingbirds as well. I put there's also a grandfather figure that is heavily watching over you and guiding you if you do need to travel or do anything for work or business-wise, or when it comes to socialization, networking, expansion. I am picking up here that this grandfather figure is helping you when it comes to those aspects of life. I'm also picking up that this grandfather figure could have loved to dance. They could have liked to dress up or dress very fancy. They could have had big bulky glasses around her belly. They could have been very prestigious, very elite. They could have also liked to drink alcohol with meals, or they could have liked to drink wine. And I am also picking up here that they are sending you signs through loose change that you may be finding around the house when you're out and about, from the leaves of the trees that you may be seeing falling off, and from honkings of horns or pigeon doves as well, even hummingbirds. So let's go ahead and get into another message here. I put some of you guys may be more dedicated to your health at this time, getting into anything in relation to yoga, aerobics, Pilates, whole body workouts, a mixture of strength training and cardio as well. But I'm picking up here that some of you guys need to take it easy, especially after this new moon week or during this new moon week, because I am picking up here that some of you guys could be overdoing it to the point where you are injuring yourselves. So be careful of doing the most if you've been getting into things of this nature. But I'm also picking up here, it's good to get into those types of forms of fitness because it's really helping you detox. And I am picking up here, it is speeding up your metabolism. I put some of you are detoxing and trying to eat and drink more healthy while trying your best to cut out junk food. I see that this message may especially resonate if you've been seeing hummingbirds. Continue to work on your health as it'll bring more joy and vibrancy into your life. You may notice a financial increase as well. And let's get into another message. So this is a separate feminine energy, but they still could know of or be in relation to or just know of the discussed prior feminines, but they may have no correlation to each other really, but they may be indirectly correlated to each other, if that makes sense. I'm also picking up here that this particular feminine that we're about to get into, they could be like a family relation, a cousin, a sister. They may be older than you. There could be some sort of age difference, whether you're the older one. And even though, the storylines are going to be different, or the energies, again, they can still correlate to each other or puzzle piece together. So I'm seeing that you could be shining a light on this feminine energy in which they're needing to heal, or on what it is that they are needing to heal emotionally at this time. Or I'm picking up that after you may reflect to them what it is that they need to heal. They may open up to you about something in relation to their childhood, or they may tell you about a particular responsibilities or burdens that crashed down on them as a child or their adolescent years. This person may have disregarded certain things that you were experiencing as a child because they could have felt as if they couldn't handle what was going on already within their own life. I'm getting you and this feminine can mirror each other and could even reflect back trauma in relation to the body or physical appearance or father and mother wounds, but for the most part, I'm picking up here father wounds. Now, for some of you, this feminine could have purposely been trying to project their insecurities upon you now or when you were younger, and I see that it may come crashing down upon them. They may be forced to reflect on how they made you carry a lot of emotional distress and burdens by yourself. I see that this feminine unfortunately could have wanted your love life to crash, or they could have even wished bad energy upon your lover or love suitor. And I now see that they may be dealing with, in love, some sort of energetic karma here. The twist to this channel message may be that even though this person may have not been sending you the best energy, you may actually be the one who is meant to put the puzzle pieces together for this feminine in relation to when it comes to shining light in a particular dark situation that they could be going through. I'm also picking up here, when it comes to this feminine that I'm going over now, or the ones that we channeled prior a little bit earlier within this reading, I feel like you still have love for these individuals, especially for those of you who have grown up with them, or you've shared a particular time frame of life with them. I feel like you still love them. I feel like you still wish them well. I feel like you could still, even for some of you guys, wish to continue, or you're still continuing to build upon your connections with them. However, there is a need to either point something out or to establish certain boundaries so that they know that they can't just energetically take from you, or they know that you're not going to stick around if, they're going to be spewing hate, or if they're going to be in this secretive or this competitive competition with you, because there's no competition. We literally have our own pathways in life in reaching successes. If anything, you're looking for, support, or you're looking for acknowledgement of how these feminines have been making you feel. Some of you guys can need to express that to them even, is what I'm picking up. So I see that for some, there is something that has been lost in a vehicle. So this could be related to this feminine or you, or relating to a situation in between the two of you here. But I see that for some, there is something that has been lost in a vehicle, or whatever this is that is lost somewhere. You may need a flashlight to retrieve it. For some, this feminine energy isn't always meant to go places with you, or they may have so many burdens that they may not even be able to show up for you or their own self. And you may be reflecting that to them or pointing this out to them. For others of you guys, this person's going to start to show up for you because they've been realizing that in the midst of their chaos and in the midst of your chaos, you've still been making time for them, and they could be wanting to make time for you now after the fact, is what I'm picking up. I put semi-trucks may be relevant to marine biology, water trucks or toy water trucks. Flash trucks are also relevant, as well as flash floods, water lights, flashing lights, or flashing lights by Kanye West could be a relevance, or someone's vehicle may need new lights. So make sure also that your lights are on, or when you're driving in the nighttime, or make sure that you're paying attention to a check engine light. I'm also getting here, there could be something that needs to be changed in regards to a water filter here. So that could be a message for you or this particular feminine. I put you could also be seeing something clearly in regards to this feminine, and you may be pointing out upcoming what you see in regards to them, and they may be correlating to or blaming whatever you pick up back to their childhood trauma, which is fine just as long as they address it this time around. They also may need to address your emotions, as they could have been avoiding a way in which they've been making you feel. There could be something significant about a trip with this feminine energy, and you're being told to pack light. I'm also getting that you or this feminine could be healing traumas in relation to food addictions, and some significant body transformations will begin to show, especially from now, from when you're listening to this, going into whenever the next summer is for you. Because again, there's different time zones and time frames of who is watching this in different parts of the world. I put there can also be something sitting about water. Oh yeah, I'm picking up here. There could also be something significant about water weight, or losing water weight, or significant swelling, edema could be a relevance. But you're being advised to stay away from crash dieting, or this feminine that you're connected to is. One of you could be thinking about, or you can be taking pills or injecting shots in relation to weight loss or diabetes. But this is fine as long as it's not risky, and as long as you're still getting healthy meals in, just because One could be taking anything in relation to like Ozempic or taking anything in regards to weight loss pills and things like that. You still need to make sure that you are keeping up with your nutrients. You still need to make sure that you are keeping up with fueling your body with what feels good, with what revitalizes you. I put for some, you or this feminine may need to be wary of overconsumption of food in general or in specific sugar, as you could lead to future health problems, or as it could lead to. So that's, that's a message for anybody that could be going through something in terms of addictive tendencies or traits when it comes to food. That's me. I love me some sweets, like for real. I love sweets. Okay, let's get into more of the message here. It says that both of you may also need to drink more water. So you, my viewer that's listening to this, make sure that you're drinking more water, or you may need to, whoever this feminine is, you may need to remind them to drink water. I put this feminine energy around you needs to be wary of picking up loads and tasks of those around them that is too much for one person to handle. Also, you or this feminine could need to change your clocks in your vehicles due to time changes depending on the zone in which you live. Also, I see that there could be something to clear up in terms of an environmental disaster in a zone that you or this feminine energy may reside in, or that you used to visit a lot when the family when you were younger. So you and this feminine could have visited somewhere when you were younger, and there could be something going on environmentally within that place that you used to visit. There may be significant news of large vehicle crashes, oil spills, gas explosions, or a drug bust near this place in which something is being cleared up environmentally. But for some, you or this feminine or someone around you, guys, may need to take a drug test for work, or a urine test for like a bladder infection or UTI, or a test in general in relation to the body or reproductive health. Let's get into another channel message. So this is going to be a separate one from that particular feminine here. This is a different feminine energy that we're about to tap into. So I put, some of you may have been seeing a lot of gnats as of recent. I put, here we go with another feminine energy, but there could be a feminine around that is a very psychic and in tune with you, even if you're on good terms or not. They also may be connected with the recent feminine energy that we just discussed prior within the last channel message right before this one. I see that this could be someone that is a family acquaintance or a very distant relative. You may not even know that you're related to whomever this is that I'm picking up. But I see that this person who's been sending, or I see that this is the person who's been sending you psychic attacks in specific to your love life, or they've been prying into your love life. I see that this person also wants your life to be more difficult for no reason. They just want things to be harder for you, so you'll be more frustrated. They also don't want you to see things clearly. You may have been having weird complications, eye twitches, dry eye. You may have had a difficult time opening things even. And I'm picking up because of, so like, let's say you guys have been trying to open a container or a jar or whatever the case may be. It could be something cosmetic, it could even be something in relation to the eyes. I'm picking up here that you could have had a hard time doing so because this person could have been doing some sort of jar magic on you, or some sort of magic on you in which they wanted to contain you in some form or sense or way. I see that this person has been trying to keep you small or out of the viewpoints of others. They know how tapped in you are psychically, and they have been gossiping or spreading ill will your way, also whilst conspiring with others and acting like it's not them too. You're now seeing this person for who they are, and you ask God to protect you. This is a confirmation that God heard your prayers of protection. You're being shielded from this person. This person could send all the evil eye they want, or they could try their very best to get information out of others about you. But they will not be able to cause you harm, and they sure as hell won't be able to contain you. This person may be around your age or younger. So let's get into another channel message here. Some of you may start to notice that big corporations and companies in terms of markets and grocery stores are closing in your local malls, even if these stores had a lot of customers. This is showing you what's happening economically where it is that you reside. You may start to see pop-up shops more now, or you're being encouraged to shop small businesses. These pop-up shops don't necessarily have to correlate to markets. They could be in relation to items such as clothing or accessories. Woven, beaded, or wooden textiles are of relevance. Some of you are being encouraged to have your own pop-up shops. They may relate to clothing, religion, or spirituality. I'm seeing woven shoes or outerwear, wooden religious items, beaded religious or spiritual items, and charms for shoes. Let's get into another channeled message here. Some of you may attend a dinner, lunch, or event with others at a table setting. There could be up to 2 couples there, a relative or relatives, and for some reason, when you walk in, you could feel this vibe as if you're unwelcomed, even if you've been invited personally by one or multiple of people in this group dynamic at this table setting or scene or at this event. This could be also metaphorically speaking. So this could just be in regards to a group of people, whether you're going to a dinner or not with them, or an event or not with them. It's giving like Mean Girls energy, you can't sit with us type of vibes here. So this channeled message could be in regards to something work-related upcoming here, believe it or not, such as a job or business interview or a special event like a wedding, baby shower, or engagement shower, or literally a lunch or dinner outing. For others, I see you could be picking this up because you could be showing up in other people's dreams, or I could be picking this up because you could be showing up in other people's dreams and they want to know why. And I see it's because you're seeing their true intentions and you're making it known or alerting them in the dream state. For some, you're picking up third-party situations when it comes to couples around you. For others, you're picking up in better news, surprise engagements, or pregnancy news. These are just examples of what you may be picking up or even attending upcoming here within your life. For the majority, however, I'm seeing you may be picking up certain people that are at this dinner or event that are connecting to people in love that don't have interest in progressing with them to a higher level of commitment, such as marriage. So for some of you guys, these individuals that I'm picking up, they're already married, but some of these people within this equation are not. So they could be coupled, but they're not engaged, they're not married. You may have similarities in appearance as these individuals, or if any of you are applying to anything in relation to being seen in the public eye, just know that they could be overly critical or judgmental of your appearance, even if you look similar to who is doing the hiring or the applying here. Even if you look similar to who else is applying or who is doing the hiring. If the people that are attending this dinner or event are judging you, I see it's projection, because the same things that they're judging you for, more than likely in terms of lifestyle, even diet for some, they're doing the same. I see some people maybe purposely inviting you somewhere or extending out offers of opportunity in terms of work just to outcast you when you arrive. Especially if these couples and especially if these are couples and you're single, or if you are a couple with somebody and these people are single. So it could be vice versa. The joke's on them though, because I see you standing out and knowing who you are, regardless of how these people are trying to make you feel. You deserve to take up space and you deserve to be seen. Sometimes also you're not meant to fit in. You're meant to stand out from the crowd, and sometimes your pathway is different from those around. For some, there are people at this time making plans with you whilst also focusing on their own personal inhibitions. And when it comes to hangouts, they're acting bothered or annoyed by you because you're ready to be in the present while their mind is elsewhere. And instead of letting you know what is weighing them down, or even instead of rescheduling or postponing altogether, they'd rather spew out anger at you instead. Some of these people feel the need to lie instead of just tell you what is honestly going down. They may be lying about their whereabouts, even down to the food that they're eating, and unfortunately, some of them are even lying about wanting you there. I don't even feel like you care in all honesty, but you peep the fakeness. You understand that people need space and that they have boundaries, or that they may not want to share everything on what's going on internally or in terms of their feelings or thoughts, and I don't think you care to even know anyways. The thing is that you know when somebody is beating around the bush rather than being flat out honest. You are someone who is flat out honest, so you don't feel the need to lie when implementing boundaries. To each their own, I guess. So this next message is especially relevant. Also, you guys, before I get into this next message, you guys could also be dealing with people that are trying to interrupt you. These could be family members that are around when you're working upon something, trying to do something work-wise, academic-wise, business-wise. You're being, encouraged to continue forth regardless of the distractions around you. I'm getting especially in terms of fraternal figures, people you consider like so. You could even at times be hearing other people call your name when you're out and about in terms of other people's conversations. And I'm picking up here is because you could be discussed, whether you know it or not, by others around. So even if that other around that is discussing you is not there in your physical energetic field, they could be discussing you. You could be hearing your name when you're out and about because people are talking about you that you personally know. So let's get into this next channel message. I put this next message is especially relevant if you've been seeing 10s, 10s, zeros, ones. Some of you are needing to cleanse your space with incense, in particular copal incense. For some, I see you're meant to start a company or you've already started a company in terms of spirituality. So that's going to be for some of you. I see some of you are meant to sell copal. Some of you may send a package to a maternal figure that was disregarding your spiritual business, and you may send her some incense or something spiritual, or this could just be something in terms of a business that you've started, and you could be sending products to a maternal figure that was disregarding your business or that was paying no mind to it, trying to act like it was not existent. But I see that once they open this package, they're gonna have a smirk on their face, whether they tell you so or not, or they're gonna be proud of you, whether they tell you or not. I also put on another note, I see that there could be something about siblings coming together to take pictures with kids. Either you or these siblings can have kids, or the both of you. One of the siblings is going to be upset because they want to take pics during the day, not at night, whereas the other doesn't care what time of the day it is. There could also be something about studio lighting, or other siblings don't care when the pics will be taken due to studio lighting. So that last message was kind of random to the rest of the reading here. But yeah, I know that this was kind of like jumbled, or I was reading straight off my phone, but that was the easiest way for me to relay these channel messages that I picked up in terms of my clairvoyant abilities, as well as in my dream state for you all who have listened. So I thank you so much for taking the time out to listen to my new moon MysticalMar Monday collective messages. I hope you guys like them. I hope that there was something within these channel messages that resonate with you some way, somehow. And again, I thank you so much for being here. Hit the bell notification to be notified as to when I upload videos like so. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already. Click the thumbs up if you like today's channel messages. Comment now or come back and comment down below on whether the reading resonates with you or not. And for those of you guys, again, who are wanting to book a personal reading with me, my email is within the description box. Once you send me an email, I will send you my services, prices, policies, and disclaimers for your review. Once you read all that over, send me an email back and I will assign you a booked reading date, and you will receive your reading anywhere from your booked reading date going into 7 days after, not including weekends or holidays. So do keep this in mind. And I'm wishing you guys something but great love, great health, abundance, luck, success, prosperity, joy, and blessings to come. Bye.